Hi, Anna from Lexin here to show you how to install the Lexin Bluetooth intercom system into your motorcycle helmet. This video is good for all Lexin LEXIN FT4, FT4 Pro, and B4FM intercom systems, and is also going to work for all open face, full face, and modular helmets. Before we get into the install, let's take a look at what comes in the box once it arrives. We have the main unit, instructions, and user guide. We have our charging cable, the speakers, the microphone. It comes with a boom mic, which is for all open face and modular helmets, and a button mic, which is for any full face helmets. We have our speaker spacers, our internal mounting bracket, Allen wrench, and screws. Note also that there's 4 screws in here just in case you lose a couple, but we'll only be using 2. And then we have our main bracket. For this install, we're going to be using the Bell MX9 ADV helmet. Our first step will be to remove the cheek pads. For this helmet, it comes with pre-installed speaker pockets. Our next step will be to install the internal metal bracket. We want to make sure that we're installing the unit on the left side of the helmet, so that way you still are able to have good throttle and braking capabilities while using the helmet. We'll take our metal bracket and insert it between the helmet liner and the shell. Next, we'll take the external main unit bracket and attach it to the internal bracket using the 2 screws that are provided and the Allen wrench. It's easier to attach the Allen screw together and then connect it to the bracket. You want to make sure not to over tighten the screws, just enough so that there isn't any spacing between the internal bracket and the external bracket. Once you have the bracket installed and there's no movement on it, we'll go ahead and install the main unit. The easiest way to do this is doing it from top to bottom. Ensure that it's on the little lip on the bottom and give it a gentle push until you feel it snap. For this helmet, it comes already made with internal speaker pockets. So as we're installing our speakers, note that one is longer than the other. This is so that the one that is furthest away from the unit is able to reach. We'll remove the backing off of the 3M adhesive. When we place the speaker, you want to make sure that you're running the wire in the direction that it's going to go towards the unit. Tuck the wires back behind the headpiece. And again, we'll run the wire in the direction that it needs to go back towards the unit. At this point, I like to connect the jack just to make sure that I have the spacing and the length that I need. You'll take your 3.5mm jack and insert it, making sure to press firmly so that it's connected completely. If you don't get this connected completely, you may have some feedback on the speakers that you won't want, or the volume will not be as loud as it could be. Next, we'll connect the microphone. For this install, we're using the button microphone since it's a full face helmet. When you run the wires, you want to make sure that you're running them between the liner and where the cheek pads will be. You want to tuck any of the wiring back into the liner so that you can't see them or feel them after we put the cheek pads back on. Now we're ready to put the cheek pads back in. Making sure to continue to tuck any of the wires out of the way. Now that the unit is all installed, let's go ahead and pair our device. You can do this by simply holding down the A button until you see the lights flash red and blue. We'll then take our cell phones and go into our Bluetooth settings. Once pairing is successful, we can go ahead and start playing some music. Great. Now what we want to do is check speaker placement. Speakers feel great. Sound quality is perfect. Let's go ahead and take it for a test ride.